Hello internet friends. In today's video we're continuing to work on the trim tab and we will be scuffing the areas where we need to bond the elevator trim tab ribs. And if you remember back a few videos ago, don't ask me which one, it's a lot of videos ago, we cut these ribs out of foam. And these will be glued in place with Pro Seal, which is also called tank sealer in the van's plans. Yeah, so there's a few parts that require tank sealer. Now I have one tube of tank sealer that I bought, and there's things to seal or glue with it in both elevators and the trim tab. So I haven't done that step yet. I'm waiting for all the both the right and left and trim tab to be ready for that step, so I can finally mix the two components together. There's basically a hardener and an epoxy, and when you mix them together, then you get 30 minutes or whatever to actually use it before it hardens or begins to harden, and then you can't really use it like glue anymore because it's basically a piece of plastic. So as you can see, I'm scuffing this up. The reason why you scuff up these rib attachment areas is so that the Pro Seal or tank sealant can adhere better, right? It has more edges to grab onto. And yeah, so anyway, I've been meaning to get to the right elevator. All I need to do is prime it and then rivet it together like the left elevator. I just have been busy getting back into the swing of things after being gone from work for a week. So really the goal, right, is to do an hour's worth of work every day, and I have been failing at that goal. I basically I ran into a tree with my bike because I jumped a giant boulder on accident, and when I landed I grabbed a handful of throttle and ran into a tree. So obviously I fell on my side and I cracked my case. So I've been working on that, trying to basically use epoxy to create a replacement piece of plastic where one cracked out, and I barely got that done. And really the problem is it's so obnoxiously hot here in Vegas right now that the swamp cooler is not effectively cooling. So unless the sun has gone down, it's really intolerable to go in my garage. So that's really what I'm fighting right now. It's just I don't want to go out there. So a few more weeks we'll be out of this, and I can go back in there and make real progress. Or maybe I just need to get a quote for AC for the garage, right? And then it won't be running all the time. It would just be when I'm in there. So that's just me thinking out loud of how can I actually make progress on this thing. And that's just how building goes, right? There's a real world factors that you need to consider when you're building. Like, do I want to build this airplane in a 115 degree space? And the answer is no, you do not. So if you're considering building, you take that into consideration when you're choosing your spots. And lots of people build in a hangar, right? Like it's the same problem with hangars here in Vegas. If you're in the hangar, which is a giant metal structure usually that's not insulated, it's going to be hot in there. So garage is probably better, and actually it's probably 10 degrees cooler. So maybe it's only 105 in my garage because it's actually surrounded by rooms that are air conditioned, so some of that kind of leaks through, and anyway, it's still way too hot. There are a couple events coming up that will keep me out of this. I got a week of work coming up, and then Oshkosh is coming up. That's a huge event that will keep me busy for a week and away out of the garage. So Again, maybe I should make a goal for myself. I'm gonna get the elevator done, get everything ready or completed, so when I get back from Oshkosh, I jump right back into the fuselage. And I feel really bad too because my CFI texted me and said, "Hey, are you available this week?" And really, I had 8 a.m. meetings all this week, and if we don't go flying at 5 a.m., then it's just way too hot. So that's my preferred time to go flying right now is 5 or 6 a.m. And I had early morning meetings, so I didn't get any training done this week. Hopefully next week I'll go up and work on my commercial maneuvers, which also reminds me I need to start practicing for the written test and get that done so I can get my commercial completed. So much work to do. Anyway, hope everyone is making progress on their projects or enjoying me rambling about getting things done. Like I said before, anyone can do this. It just takes an hour a day. Catch you guys in the next video.